God damn it. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Well, here we are. I'm the Nerdy Gamer Nerd, and we are in the pre-season, essentially, for Season 4, and this means that we have our updated Mastery pages. Oh, my Mastery pages are gone. That's not fun. That is not fun. No, it's not. And, you know, to be honest, my Mastery pages, I like them, and now I have to redo them, and that makes me cry a little bit inside, and I'm sure it makes you cry too. That is why I'm here, to at least try to give a little bit of a helping hand in where you might want to build your Mastery pages, just a tiny bit. As of right now, this is actually just my Lee Sin set that I'm doing for off-tanking. There's also one for particularly sticking to the jungle. I've got to mess around with these masteries and see how each one works out in-game, rather than, you know, sitting here and doing out-of-game calculations, which could work, but I'd rather just test it in-game. So let's see what we got here, rather than just looking at some of your stuff is the same. Like, we still have attack speed, it's just a bit of a buff. We still have, you know, your cooldown reductions. This spread right here is for off-tanking, as I said. You got your health and stuff still. You block your damage from your minions. Actually, technically, you might want to put that in there. And that's probably better because that's monsters. But I'm keeping it in here just to see how it works out. There's also you should know the things have changed like a crap ton in the utility page, due to the fact that there's no ward anymore, because we got the free trinkets and stuff, which we have a cast range for that. Still got our biscuit though, which is kind of like a health pot thing. We got, you know, your movement speed, your mana, your cooldown, your extra movement speed again, and extra gold and all this. This side, this is still really the same. Havoc, 3, well, not completely. And honestly, that's somewhat useless. Not terribly, but somewhat. And this is great. And you know, but these aren't these last ones aren't particularly important, really. Except that that's pretty good. But then again, that's really tanking. The masteries themselves are not that different, but different enough for it to cause an issue. So I'm just going to run through a bunch of my spreads, and if you see something that you're like, oh, I could use that, then that's fine, you can use that, and I'll just do a little bit of an explanation of why I went for each one, as well as what I might continue to do with other things. So I play jungling a lot, so this is my jungle for Lee Sin, and so please ignore the back. I forgot to fucking mute Skype. Let me do that now. God damn it. There we go. That'll save us some bloody pop-up issues, because yeah. Anyway, so this is my Lee Sin offset, my off-tank of offensive tank set, because instead of using, I keep saying air a lot, that's kind of annoying, instead of putting it in utility for this, which isn't always the best thing anyway, I put it in defensiveness for extra health and reduced damage from monsters, so that one is going to be in there, but that's not important right now. Of course, the attack speed and the extra damage scaling, the extra 5 damage, which is, why not? I mean, it's a free mastery, isn't it? So dealing damage that increases spell damage, stacking up to 3 times, useful, really, I believe. Although I don't know if spell damage is AP anymore. I don't know if they've changed it. They said, I do remember hearing something stupid about spell damage being changed to AP only. Like, magic damage is only AP damage, but then I doubt that. I think it just comes down to damage that comes from spells, which is, you know, Q, W, E, and R. And yeah, so this is useful, particularly on Lee Sin, or champs that move quickly, like champs that I play a lot of. Champs similar to Lee Sin that use in the jungle, you know, there's Lee Sin, there's Vi, I would say Nasus, but Nasus isn't really like that. I'm trying to think of the ones that I play. There's a few. Usually I could go through the list. Can't right now. because I'm stupid. Trundle, I guess technically, because he uses attack speed, which is useful. Any champ that attacks quickly, you know, enough to hit off a few basic attacks, to stack up to 3 times spell damage, to then hit them with the spell and doing 3% more damage. Of course, we have increased bonus damage again by 15%. This is probably one of the most useful things for Lee Sin, kind of like that. These two go together pretty well. They're almost like Lee Sin spells. Critical hits grant up to 5% attack speed for 3 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. That's 15% extra attack speed for 3 seconds. For every crit that you hit, which means you have to hit 3 crits, but of course you don't build these things crit-wise. But if you did, it gives them the opportunity to be built in a new way. Crits, which kind of seems dumb, but if you are going to go damage Lee Sin, if you are carrying and you are going damage Lee Sin, like, you get that early game lead and you're like, oh, going to build an Infinity Edge, then why not? Plus there's new items, so we'll see. And of course, plus, I mean, it's that or this, and that's equal to 5% of the AP, and if you don't build AP, then yeah. 6% armor and 6% magic resist. So, that's useful, but I feel like that should be in the magic penetration, not magic resist. I feel like that should be in the defensive set, but it's not, because it's about having bonus armor while being able to have magic pen, which again seems silly, but you know, these aren't really need to be explained too much. You know, just bonus armor and magic resist, bonus health increases and whatnot. Alright, so that's my Lee Sin. Support, I went all 30, and again, this needs to be changed because I need to take 1 out of there and put 1 in there, because again, I've rushed this just to see how stuff works, and that should be in there because that's really good. Again, if you want recall time, you can take 1 out of these and just have these set, but I do like having to be fast. And I do like having everything in all 30, because instead of having tankiness this time, due to the fact that they changed everything, I think that it would just be better off to have, oh look at all that bonus gold, oh nice bonus gold. This is probably the only thing in the utility line. Sorry, these two are the only things in the utility line that you don't need to max. But then it causes the issue of, well, if I'm going support and I want to get further down to here, you might want to put something in here. Except I don't think you have to, because it's full, so no, you wouldn't. So you can take stuff out of here, like, I might as well. Since, don't even know why I had stuff in here, but yeah. So ignore my comment about being 30, but 26, I guess. 27 for me, but it'll be around about 26. That would be useful to put in though, again. And I'll put that in there, because why not? And we'll just shove that in there, whatever, it'll be fine. But a spread like this, what I was gonna go over is that you don't necessarily need tanginess, because we have so much new little kind of things to mess around with in the utility set that it's nice. Like, this is now, instead of biscuits, it's potions that are upgraded into biscuits that restore on top of health, on top of the potions already use. An additional extra experience when standing next to higher level champions. Again, extra mana, always nice when you're playing support. Extra gold for staying in lane when a minion is killed. Extra gold on assists. Extra gold every time a champion is attacked if you're ranged. 5%, you know, all these things are nice, and that's why I feel like you could use all of them really well compared to sticking 21 in here and 9 over here, especially when the max you're going to get to is down here somewhere. And what are you going to use that for? Oh, I take less damage. Okay, but if you're a support and you're staying back and peeling and doing things right, based on what champ you're playing, if you're playing Tyrago Leone, you might want to put a few in here, but squishies, I don't feel like it's necessary. I think if you're staying back and you've got a nice range poke as a support like Lulu or even Soraka, then Sona, you'd be good with like 30 30 to 29-ish in here, or whatever, 26-ish maybe. Depending, but again, this is all just a little bit of reference rather than saying, oh, you should set it up like this. They're not, by no account is any of this the best way to set it up. This is just what this is what I feel like I should go through and see what we can get, just to give you a bit of reference, because I looked at it and I was like, oh god, oh god. That's a utility UD build, which is basically just move speed and shit. So that's nothing actually important. There's an AP off tank, so this is pretty much the same as the Lee Sin tanking kind of. The effect, like AD quick to attack set for junglers, except this is for AP and it's still off tank, in the sense that we're going for cooldown reduction, bonus range damage, extra ability power on scale, more extra ability power, extra damage dealt to champions when they're below 50% health. Again, the spell damage thing, because that was nice. More AP. Killing a champion restores health and mana. Bonus attacks deal extra magic damage near your ability. And then you have to kind of go into this a little bit to go down here anyway. So, finishing it off with 2 to get yourself a nice bit of 4. So, yeah. My tank set is, once again, it's not necessary, it's not something that you necessarily need to do, but again, I actually played with 30 in tank when I was tanking anyway. This is when I was going 100% tank, like if I was going top with, say, Shen, and I was going to be completely tank, all tank, pretty much nothing else, just maybe poke damage from how I build, but other than that, all Mastery set tank. These aren't needed because these are for jungle, which is why you don't use them. Although that one is technically not jungle, and therefore you can put one in there, depending on how you want to go, but I was fine without it. Like, I could put one in there by taking one off here or something, but I didn't find it necessary. Like I said, this does not affect lane minions, and that doesn't work against lane minions either, so that's why you're not going to use them and they're in the jungle. Although, again, something to mention when you're jungling, this is also something nice to have in terms of your off-tank builds. Like, instead of taking this, take these, because I will show you why. Right now, if you put 2 in there and 1 in there, so that'll be the bleed damage stuff that's good. But, to be fair, I am preferably, I want to play with health. I'll be honest. So yeah. I'm just going to save that as it is. Anyway. Tank. Here we are. So, again, these aren't necessary because these are for jungling, but again, this is just really health. All these 3 are really for health. This is extra armor and magic resist. We went over that. Blocks minion damage. Reduces champion damage by 1 and 2. That takes less damage from snares and stuff. Again, health, extra armor, extra magic resist, nice little buffs to the way they used to be, which I think it was only 3 or 4, might have been even less. Reduced 4%, reduced damage by 4% from AoEs, reduced from crits, reduced from slows, regen extra health, kind of like Warmogs. It's nice, a little bit. Self-healing, again, but when lower than 25%, nice. Armor and magic resist for every chant, that's pretty much Wukong's passive. And start of the game with a 50% health shield. The shield regenerates after respawning. This is probably one of the nicest things. I'll go over that in a sec. And then reduces the crowd control effects by 50%, also great. Okay, so this, that's probably the best thing on here, but this is nice because I want you to think about it. What it is that start of the game you have a 50% health shield. Now I don't believe it gets better, it's just 50% flat all the way through. But early game, most spells, and if you're playing tank, which is of course you will be, since you're playing tank you're gonna have what? 50%, not 50%, you're gonna have decent armor. I was gonna say something stupid, but you're gonna have decent armor, right? And having decent armor means that basically you can take a few hits, you know, especially from spells and such, if it's an AD, or magic resist if it's a spell. You know what it is, you know what I mean. Then you've got this 50% health shield that just it takes away 50 damage from any attack. Level 1, that's great. That is great for level 1s. That's useful as hell, because 50 damage, that's like, what, you get 80 on like level 1 stuff. It's gonna take it to 30. It's gonna take it to 30. I mean, and then, you know, armor as well if it was 80, so it does help. It'll help. Let's just go with that. And it can. And this one was my tank for, not my tank. This was my jungle set that I was gonna work for. Again, just redoing my jungle set for Lee Sin, but with this in mind. But that's not important. It's again, you can build like this, but it's not really necessary. Apologies for the stumbling upon my voice. It's because I already went into this kind of blind, thinking, oh crap, I don't really know that much about the new Masteries either. Let's see if I can bullshit my way through it. And I kinda did. I feel like I did a good job. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty much it. I will probably not go over this again, because the only reason I even went through this was just to help out a ton. In the only way I could think of. I am by no means a pro. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot about this game, and it's like intricacies and all that, but I am not a pro at this game. I am pretty kind of bad at this game. So yeah. Which is why I will not do any more videos, just for the sake of not League videos, just videos on this particular set, because I'll leave it to the pros when they decide to release one. So let's hope that's soon, so we can all have real mastery pages, because I know that I don't. Oh god. So yes, I hope this helps a little bit, in any way, just some way, because that'd be nice. Other than that, you know, if you find anything, and you're like, that was wrong, or this could be done better, or then feel free to discuss it. Call me stupid in the comments, whatever. That's fine, it's all good. I'll reply if Google Plus lets us, because we all hate Google Plus. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for this. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick overview of the Masteries and how they pretty much work, because, you know, and give you a bit of reference to what you can do. Now, if you excuse me, I have some League of Legends to play, so